Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Sukhvinder Kaur, and I felt compelled to make this video today because I recently saw a post on the Art of Elusive Fighting page regarding a Granthi based in the West Midlands, and in that video he is confessing to harassing a young woman. And I think within the write-up there was mentioned that he was actually pressurizing her for physical and sexual contact. Now, having been an Amritari with Guruji's Kirpa for over nearly a decade, it's one of the very few confessions that I have seen with all the cases that I know I've known about, I have been made aware about, taken them to various authorities, sometimes to the police. Sometimes victims don't want to go to the police, but they reach out to the internal Sikh organizations and structures, and from my experience, more often than not, young girls are often fobbed off, and their complaints and allegations are not taken seriously. What I found shocking in this post was some comments by people that were still trying to justify that this Granthi had done nothing wrong, even though he was confessing to what he had done. Not only did he confess, he apologized. Now, people are still looking at that confession and still trying to make excuses for this man. Oh, it must have been the woman's fault, she must have enticed him, and it's a tactic that I've seen used recently in the last 12 months, going back to 10 years ago. It must be the victim's fault, where people like this get off scot-free. And it absolutely infuriates me when I see members of our own community enabling abusers. I think it is disgusting. I think it needs to be called out. And I think the major institutions that exist within the Sikh Panth need to start taking this matter a hell of a lot more seriously, because that man and that video is the tip of a massive iceberg, I feel. And I think the community itself has to stop being so dumb and stop being so stupid that when you see a man confessing to what he has done, how on earth are you able to justify still that he has done nothing wrong? I mean, I totally understand seeing some of those comments, and not just the girls' comments, some of the cases that, you know, I've been unfortunately involved in over the last few years, where victims are absolutely terrified to come forward and speak about sexual harassment, sexual assault, abuse of power in Gurdwaras and other Sikh institutions. That when a victim finally does find the strength and courage to come forward, she is labelled as promiscuous, a whore, a slag. She's obviously done something wrong. And of course there are cases where, you know, very few cases where women are putting incorrect allegations against men, and there's no denying that. But when there is overwhelming evidence against a perpetrator that he has committed an offence, why is our community still in a place where we are more likely to enable the abuser than we are to enable the victim to seek justice? So I would do benti to the sangat watching this, that please look at a case or anything that you are made aware of objectively and based on the evidence, and do not have these sort of, I call them Sikhi love goggles, where everyone has to be perfect and anyone can fall prey to the Panth Jor. And it is our duty that when someone does fall, we are swift and we are absolute in ensuring that our girls, the more vulnerable members of our community, are kept safe from such people, and that they are taken out of active seva, perpetrators I'm talking about, that then they have a chance to reflect and possibly seek help for the reasons that they choose to perpetrate these sort of crimes. So please Sangat ji, start to wake up about things that are going on around you. No community is perfect. No community is 100% bad, but look at cases and look at situations based on the facts, not on emotional ties or ties to groupings or Jathaa. But we cannot keep doing such a massive disservice to our girls by automatically assuming that when someone speaks out against a high profile Sikh preacher or Kirtani or someone in a esteemed position within the Panth, that they are automatically lying or making it up or honey trapping, as the word is called, because they are trying to disrupt Sikhi prachar. It has been a cop-out that perpetrators have used for many years. They're still using it now, and we really do need to start becoming more aware and awakened that these things do exist in the Sikh Panth. When they are called out, it should be celebrated. Not only celebrated, but known that it is done with the intent to keep our girls safe. So if you are going to sit there and trying to justify an abuser who has confessed to his abuse, then in my opinion you are no better than the perpetrator, and you really need to think about what it is that you stand for and what you represent. If you find yourself defending a perpetrator who is confessing to his crime.